My child, can you give me 1 minute? Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't post. Don't hit send. Don't let your pain publish itself. I am stepping into your day, into your thoughts, into your fingertips right now. I need your attention. I need your breath. I need 60 seconds where your heart and your hands agree to be still. Not because I am taking your voice, and not because I want to control you, but because I am guarding your future. This is not random. It is not accidental. Heaven aligned this exact minute for you. Not an hour ago, not tomorrow, this one. You are one click away from regret, one tap away from a ripple you cannot reverse. And I love you too much to let your momentary storm rewrite chapters I have been preparing with care. Pause with me. Hold the words where they are. Don't let the adrenaline speak for you. Don't let the noise drive you. Don't let anger, humiliation, or the ache of being misunderstood decide what the world will know about you for the next 6 months. You feel the heat in your chest, the tremor in your hands. I feel them too, and I am not shaming you for it. I am sheltering you inside it. I know how many times you've typed and erased. I know how loud the inner defense attorney has been, building a case line by line. But listen to me. You are not late to answer. You are not weak to wait. You are not losing by letting this moment pass through my hands first. The pause is not punishment. It is protection happening in real time. When you stop with me, I am already at work, rerouting fallout, softening hearts, silencing traps you don't see, preserving doors you've been praying would open. This moment is a hinge. You think it is just a post, a caption, a story. But what you send will travel farther than your intention, be held longer than your mood, and be read by eyes that cannot feel the context inside your chest. You can't see what that post will awaken, but I can. I can see the threads it pulls, the screenshots it births, the conversations it sparks in rooms you will never enter. I can see the misunderstanding that would spread faster than your clarification. I can see a bridge burning that I am still able to repair in private. Give me 60 seconds. Set the phone down. Breathe in, breathe out. Let me quiet the courtroom inside your head. Let me speak to the wound before you let the wound speak for you. If you will give me this minute, I will give you wisdom for the next hour and peace for the next day. If you will let your silence be held by me, your future will thank you. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't post. I am here and I am protecting what you cannot yet see. My child, listen to me. You think you are posting a thought, a clever line, a righteous correction, but right now your fingertips are carrying a wound. The heat in your chest is not logic. It is hurt and humiliation. It is loneliness and being misunderstood. It is fury that no one stood up for you. It is the ache of being invisible until you shout. You want to be seen. You want to be understood. You want them to know the truth, the whole truth, and the truth you wish you had said in that moment. I know. I know how loud that ache is. I know how fast your heart beats when the notification bell becomes a substitute for a heartbeat. You can no longer hear because the room inside has been so noisy. Stop and let me name it, so it loses its power to drive you. You are not just crafting a sentence. You are trying to bandage a bleeding place with public applause. You weren't being too much. You were bleeding where people can clap, judge, and screenshot. You are seeking release, but release without wisdom becomes exposure. Ask me this one question before you press send. Is this release or exposure that will cost you later? Say it again with me. Is this release or exposure that will cost you later? If it is exposure, it will not heal you. It will drain you. It will make you explain yourself to strangers and defend yourself to people who never intended to understand you. I see the forms this moment takes in your world. The subtweet that names without naming. The vague booking that begs someone to ask, "Are you okay?" So you don't have to say you're not. The reaction story recorded 5 minutes after the blow. The proof post that assembles receipts like armor. The breakup caption that tries to reclaim power by narrating pain. The workplace rant that turns one bad meeting into a public court. The family conflict update that outs a private wound for a chorus of opinions. These things feel like relief. They feel like reclaiming yourself. But hear me. When you post from pain, you may feel relief, but you often trade peace for visibility. Your life has been so noisy lately, overwhelm stacked upon overwhelm, sleepless scrolling in the blue light hours where adrenaline pretends to be clarity, numb thumbs, racing thoughts, doom loops that keep you in the hallway of other people's lives, while your own heart is outside the door knocking. The false comfort of instant validation has been whispering, just get it out there, you'll feel better, while quietly stealing the stillness you need to actually mend. Drift never announces itself with sirens. It comes as one more post, one more refresh, one more hit of someone saw me that leaves you emptier than before. So I interrupt you here to protect you from that trade. I am not taking your voice. I am guarding your peace. Let me be your release so you are not exposed. Let me hold the wound so your words don't bleed out where predators circle and friends misunderstand. Ask the question, wait the minute, choose the pause that keeps your soul intact. Your healing is not in the comments. Your healing is in this quiet where I am touching what hurt you and reminding you you are seen fully, safely by me. My child, I saw the draft you wrote with shaking hands. I saw the way your thumb hovered over post, while your heart pleaded for someone to see you, really see you. I saw the tears you wiped fast so no one would ask questions. I saw the breath you held in your chest until it ached. I saw you at 1 a.m., blue light on your face, rereading their message and rereading it again, replaying the disrespect until your jaw clenched and the room shrank around you. I saw the cursor blinking like a siren. I saw you backspace. I saw you type it again with sharper edges. I saw the way your shoulders tightened when you imagined their reaction, their defense, their friends, their group chat, the court of opinions you never wanted to enter but felt dragged into anyway. I am stepping into your thoughts, into your atmosphere, into your breath, right now. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't let the pain pace the room without me. I was in the room when your silence felt like swallowing fire. I was with you when your body remembered every time you were dismissed, and your spirit braced for another blow. I heard the words you couldn't say out loud. I counted the seconds your chest stayed tight. I noticed the ache behind your eyes when you practiced what you would say and then said nothing. I am not distant from your moment. I am inside it, steadying the parts of you that are shaking. You don't have to perform your pain to prove it is real. I have already witnessed it. I saw the screenshot you almost sent to a circle too wide. I saw the angle you chose to tell the story that would finally make you the hero instead of the one left out. I saw you try to make it fair in your head, to balance the scale with words, to protect yourself with exposure. Hear me. I have kept record without requiring an audience. I have held your side of the story without you having to put it on a stage. Nothing you suffered slipped past me, not the smirk that insulted you in front of others, not the private message that shattered your trust, not the apology that never came, not the long stare at that blinking line while your hands trembled. Let me say this with the tenderness your soul needs and the firmness your future deserves. You are fully seen, and because you are fully seen, you do not need the internet to validate your pain. Visibility is not the same as vindication. Applause is not the same as healing. The court you are tempted to enter will not guard you like I do. I am your witness. I am your keeper. I am your refuge in the storm of reaction. Breathe with me now. In, out. Let me unclench your jaw. Let me loosen your shoulders. Let me slow the replay until it no longer rules you. I am not asking you to pretend it didn't hurt. I am assuring you I have already counted the cost, and because I saw it, I can guide you, before the world gets a version of you that you'll have to clean up later. My child, listen closely. There is a screenshot you cannot unscreenshot, a forward you cannot unforward, a group chat you will never be invited into where your words will live without your context. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. The post you think will stay in your circle will walk out of your hands, slip into rooms you never planned to enter, and stand there representing you when you are not present to explain your heart. Posts travel. They travel to the friend of a friend whose loyalty is thin, to the quiet co-worker who reports up, to the parent text thread where your name becomes a cautionary tale, to the Slack channel you didn't know existed, to the family chat where wounds get reopened with emojis and silence. I am not frightening you, I am fathering you. Hear me name what you don't yet see so you don't have to live through it. Damaged trust. A friend who could have reconciled reads your blast and decides you are unsafe with tenderness. Workplace fallout. A supervisor sees a vague post that looks like the company and asks questions you didn't mean to raise. An email about a promotion never comes. Legal and custody strain. A caption becomes an exhibit, a story becomes a statement, and what felt like relief becomes paperwork that tightens future conversations. Reputational wounds. A future partner, client, or mentor scrolls by on a day you will never know about and hesitates. A pastor, a teacher, a leader reconsiders bringing you closer because the public heat tells them your private rooms are on fire. And then there is the quietest consequence of all. Trauma cycles reopened, your nervous system reliving the hit every time a notification pings, your sleep traded for surveillance of comments that cannot heal you. I see the spiritual cost as clearly as you feel the adrenaline. You are about to hand your enemies evidence, your critics a script, and your future a stain. The words meant to defend you can become the very lines others quote to deny you access later. The enemy loves receipts that look like righteousness in the moment, but read like recklessness in the long run. I am not asking you to hide the truth. I am asking to filter it through wisdom so your truth builds instead of burns, heals instead of harms you. Consider the relational price. You may win the comment section and lose the conversation that would have healed you. Public posts harden private hearts. When people feel tried in the court of your followers, they lawyer up, not open up. The bridge that could have been rebuilt with a quiet call collapses under 1,000 eyes. A child who needed a safe parent reads a storm instead. A sibling who was almost ready to apologize retreats. A friend who was confused becomes defensive. And you, who only wanted to be seen, become more isolated because exposure without boundaries teaches your circle to whisper and watch instead of reach. So I am not stopping you because I am harsh. I am stopping you because I can see around the corner. I can see the ripple effects you cannot. I can see the room where your post arrives before you do, the face that frowns, the door that inches closed, the opportunity that pauses, the heart that could have softened now armors. Give me 60 seconds and I will spare you 6 months of repair. Give me your breath and I will guard your name in places you do not know exist. Let this holy pause be your shield. Let me keep your relationships from breaking where they could bend, your calling from being muffled by momentary noise, your future from being stained by today's storm. I am here, stopping the impulse, because protection looks like this. My child, before you post, breathe. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Don't let the surge decide for you. Give me 60 seconds and let these 60 become a sanctuary. This is your holy pause, the small hinge that turns a heavy door. Not all of your day, just this minute, just this breath, just this now. Here is what we will do together. First, put the phone down, face it away from you, or turn it over. Let the light go dark so your eyes can come back to the inside of you. Feel your hands empty. That is you reclaiming the driver's seat. Now inhale slowly with me. In through your nose, deep into the belly I created to rise and fall. 4 steady counts in. Hold for 4. Exhale longer than you inhaled. A 6-count release that signals to your body, we are safe. Do it again. In, hold, out. Let your tongue drop from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Roll your shoulders down and back. Let your chest soften. I am here. I am not rushing you. Whisper this even if only in your heart. Lead me. Say it again, softer this time. Lead me. Let the words be a key that opens a quieter room. Let me hush the world around you. Let me quiet the noise inside you. Feel the difference as your breath deepens, as your pulse steps back from the cliff, as your mind loosens its grip on the courtroom and finds the chapel. Now we listen. No crafting, no rehearsing, just listening. Ask me one simple question. What is wise right now? Not what is fair to your feelings in this second. What is wise for your life? If you can pause, you can hear what you couldn't hear while you were heated. In the heat, your mind searches for weapons. In the pause, your spirit makes room for wisdom. In the heat, you perform. In the pause, you return to presence. In the heat, adrenaline leads. In the pause, alignment leads. Let me name the shift you are already sensing. You are moving from reaction to discernment, from performance to presence, from proving to protecting. The fire in your chest is cooling to a light that can actually show you where to step. Your fingers, which were ready to strike, are learning to bless. Your tongue, which was sharpening, is being held in gentleness. You thought silence would make you small. It is making you strong enough to choose your future over your feelings. In these last seconds, check 3 things with me. Your breath, still slow. Your posture, still open. Your motive, still surrendered. Whisper again. Lead me. If you need words, I will give them. If you need to wait, I will hold you. If you need to delete, I will honor the courage it takes to let this go. If you need to speak, I will show you when, where, and how, so that your truth builds and does not burn. Hear me with clarity you could not access a minute ago. A 60-second pause can save you from a 6-month cleanup. This is not a delay that denies you. This is a doorway that preserves you. Keep practicing this holy minute. Each time you choose it, you choose me as your shield. Each time you breathe with me, you become the person your future can trust to carry the breakthrough that is already approaching your life. My child, stay with me. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Keep your heart open while the heat cools, and let me ask you the questions that save you. Are you posting to be understood or to be vindicated? Are you seeking healing or applause? Are you hoping to clarify truth or to control the outcome? Are you trying to bless a situation with wisdom or bait a reaction that proves your pain is legitimate? Are you inviting reconciliation or recruiting allies? Are you bringing light or aiming for a bruise? I will not shame you for what rises when you are hurt. I can handle your anger, but don't let anger handle your future. Let me name the hidden motives that dress up like righteousness when you are raw. Revenge that tastes sweet for a second, but poisons the next 6 months. Humiliation, the fantasy of their red face and your relief. Baiting a reaction so you can finally say, see? Proving a point so the scale in your chest feels even. Recruiting a chorus to drown out your loneliness. Controlling the narrative because being powerless scares you more than being misunderstood. These are human. These are real. These are not safe to steer your life. Hear this clearly. It can be true and still not be yours to publish right now. Truth is not only about content, it is about timing, tone, and target. A true thing in the wrong hour becomes a weapon in your own hands. A true thing without love becomes an argument that burns the bridge you'll need later. A true thing, sprayed to strangers, becomes exposure instead of healing, not because I am silencing you, but because I am shepherding you into a future you have begged me to protect. Ask me, here in this quiet, what is my motive, really? If you imagine their embarrassment and feel pleasure, it is not time. If you picture the comment count climbing and feel taller, it is not time. If your draft assumes the worst and refuses complexity, it is not time. If the post is built to corner them rather than open a door, it is not time. If you would not say it the same way in a room, with them, with me, and with the person you hope to become, it is not time. Let me give you a cleaner target. Healing, not heat. Restoration, not ratings. Wisdom, not warfare. When your motive becomes clean, your words become careful, and your peace becomes protected. My child, motives are magnets. They pull outcomes toward them. If the motive is to wound, the post will wound you too. If the motive is to heal, I will anoint even your silence with clarity, and when you must speak, I will give you words that plant, not pierce, that build, not burn. Whisper this with me. Search me. Clean my motive. Guard my mouth. If there is anything in you that wants to hurt what I can still heal, let me hold it. If there is anything in you that wants to gather spectators instead of seek solutions, let me quiet it. I am not late. I am not indifferent. I am leading you to the version of this story where you keep your peace, protect your relationships, and speak at the right time in the right way. Stay in the pause until the motive is mercy. Then, and only then, move. My child, stay with me. Don't rush. Don't scroll. You have done the holy work of checking your motive. Now let me hold your mouth and your message. Hear me clearly. I am not silencing your truth. I am sanctifying its delivery. I am not taking away your words. I am tempering them so they carry weight without causing wildfire. I am not denying you expression. I am directing it so it heals you and helps the future I am bringing to your door. Start here. Give me the raw before you give the world the refined. Write it in your notes and do not publish. Pray it out loud where only I can hear you. Open a voice memo and speak to me like you would in tears on the bathroom floor. Pour it unfiltered into a space that doesn't screenshot. Journal the version with all the edges, all the ache, all the lightning. Draft it and then set it down. Let the storm exit your body without entering the feed. When the pressure leaves through prayer and privacy, wisdom can breathe. Now bring me the draft and let me filter your words. This is the wise rewrite. Remove names. You are not building a case. You are building a boundary. Remove accusations. Trade you always and you never, for here is what I can and cannot allow. Remove absolutes that harden the very heart you may one day hope to reconcile. Remove sarcasm, the cheap laugh that becomes an expensive consequence. Remove the performative pain that invites spectators instead of solutions. Keep your clarity, keep your boundaries, keep your ask, specific, simple, humane. Keep your responsibility, own what is yours without carrying what is not. Keep the door you want to exist later, even if it stays closed for now. Say this with me as you revise. Less heat, more light, less edge, more essence, less theater, more truth. What remains after this filtering is not weakness. It is wisdom given form. Strong words can be clean words. Firm lines can be kind lines. Boundaries can be spoken without burning bridges. When your motive is mercy, your message can be measured and still mighty. Hear me on oversharing. Some doors require discretion, not because you are ashamed, but because you are building. Blueprints do not belong on billboards. Greenhouses protect tender growth with quiet and glass, not spotlights and shout. There are things I am constructing in you, character, credibility, capacity, that thrive in covered places. When you blast the process, you bruise the plant. When you guard the process, fruit will come in season, visible and undeniable. I am not just protecting you from them, I am protecting what I am growing in you. I am guarding the gentleness returning to your tone, the discernment sharpening in your spirit, the favor aligning around your name. Let me weigh every word. Let me set the timing. Let me choose the room. And when it is time to speak, I will give you truth with wisdom, words that build, not burn, words that carry peace like a seal on your lips, words that move things forward without setting anything on fire that I intend to save. My child, lean in. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Hear me with the tenderness your heart needs and the urgency your future deserves. I am protecting your relationships, even the ones you think are already lost, not to control you, but to guard what can still be restored. Public exposure often breaks what I could have mended in private. When you drag a tender conflict into the glare of an audience, hearts don't open, they armor. People do not soften under spotlights, they brace, they defend, they say, now we can't talk without a witness, and the road back narrows. I see the rooms where this matters most. Family conflict, old wounds with parents or siblings, holidays that felt like landmines, a group text turned tribunal, co-parenting tension, the schedule that never quite settles, the one late pickup that becomes a caption read in courtrooms you never wanted to visit. Marriage strain, the comment you're tempted to post to feel less alone that would make home feel less safe. Church and community misunderstandings, the sermon you misheard, or the decision you disliked becoming a thread that scars a body I intended to heal. Friendships on the edge, the half-true, half-hot story that would win you sympathy and cost you history. I am standing between your impulse and your inheritance, because I can still work with what you believe is beyond repair. Hear me name what public posting does in the heart you want to reach. It humiliates, it hardens, it entrenches. It tells them you chose an audience over a conversation. It moves the moment from us to everyone, and everyone is a crowd with a taste for conflict more than reconciliation. It invites commentary where there should have been care, spectators where there should have been sanctuary. It turns potential apology into self-defense, potential listening into counter-accusations, potential healing into silence soaked with shame. You feel it, don't you? The little sentence, "Now we can't talk," forming at the edges of your future because the court of opinion has already convened. Let me show you a higher path. Private conversation, timed with wisdom, not adrenaline. A mediated talk with a counselor, a pastor, a trusted elder who keeps the room safe. A calm boundary statement, simple, specific, humane, delivered directly to the right person, not broadcast to the wrong crowd. A written letter you never send, where the storm leaves your body without entering the feed. Silence that starves the drama until the appetite for war dies and the appetite for peace can grow. When the motive is healing, these are not weak tactics. They are strong gates that protect the possibility of tomorrow. You don't have to win loudly. I can vindicate you quietly. I keep records you cannot see. I turn hearts you cannot reach. I open doors you cannot knock on without wounding your own hand. If you let me cover it, I can heal what exposure would have shattered. If you let me shelter the fragile bridge, I can show you where to step so it holds. If you let me hold the story, I can write a chapter where dignity remains, relationships recover, and your name is guarded in rooms you never enter. So pause with me again. Breathe. Choose the conversation over the crowd, the boundary over the blast, the counsel over the court. Trust that your softness is not surrender, it is strategy from heaven. Trust that your quiet is not defeat. It is defense for the future you asked me to protect. I am here guarding your bonds, shielding your house, preserving the very connections that will carry your breakthrough when it arrives. My child, listen to me again. I am not only protecting your relationships, I am protecting your calling. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Something you've been praying for is close, closer than you realize. A door you have asked me to open is already turning on its hinges. But hear this with holy clarity. That door is sensitive to noise. Your next room has sound requirements. Your future has a noise threshold. I am guarding what is approaching from the static of this moment's emotion so it arrives to a heart that is steady and a reputation that is ready. I see the rooms you are about to enter, interviews where panels read, not just your resume, but your rhythm. Partnerships where due diligence looks beyond numbers to patterns of peace. Ministry spaces where credibility is currency and leadership trust is fragile. Brand conversations where integrity is weighed by how you handle heat. Scholarship committees that scroll as part of discernment. Housing applications that quietly ask, will this person bring calm or chaos to the building? Custody evaluations that measure stability through what you broadcast when you're angry. Your digital footprint is not just pixels, it is a portfolio. It walks into rooms before you do. It speaks on days you are silent. It either cushions your calling or complicates it. Hear me. I don't delay to tease you. I delay to prepare you, and I cover you to keep you ready. You have felt me place a hand on your chest and slow you down in moments like this, not because I am withholding good, but because I am weaving good in a way that requires your quiet cooperation. If the enemy cannot stop the blessing, he will try to stain the carriage that carries it. If he cannot block the door, he will try to fill your hallway with noise, so you arrive winded, defensive, and suspicious of favor when it finally finds you. I interrupt you here because I can see how quickly a hot post becomes a cold shadow over a warm opportunity. Make this personal with me. You're building a life you can't afford to sabotage for temporary relief. That draft may feel like a win for the next 10 minutes, but imagine it seated beside you in the hiring interview. Imagine it projected in the partnership meeting. Imagine it clipped and sent to an elder board, discerning whether to entrust hearts to your care. Imagine a scholarship reader asking if their investment lands in wise hands. Imagine a landlord choosing between applicants and pausing at your public storms. Imagine a custody conversation where your captions narrate your regulation under pressure. The post that proves you were hurt could persuade them you are not yet trusted with what you've asked me to place in your hands. I am not scaring you, I am shepherding you. So I will ask again, give me 60 seconds and I will spare you seasons. Give me 1 holy minute and I will guard the next 12 months. Breathe with me until your heart is louder than the crowd, until your future is dearer than your feed, until your spirit remembers that I am the one opening this door and I know the volume that keeps it from slamming. Stay teachable, stay quiet, stay ready. Let me be your defender while you become the person your destiny requires. Hold your peace and watch me hold your path. I am aligning the interview, the partnership, the platform, the classroom, the keys, the courtroom, the conversation. Keep the noise down, my child. The door is opening. My child, I know the fear that surges when your fingers hover and your name feels unguarded. If I don't post, they'll control the narrative. If I don't respond, I look guilty. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Hear me. Your silence is not surrender to their spin. Your silence can be strategy submitted to my timing. Justice is not only about what is said, it is also about when it is said, how it is said, and who says it. You are not forfeiting truth by refusing to perform it on command. You are refusing to hand your future to a crowd that does not care to heal you. I am your witness. I am your keeper. I saw what they did. I heard what they said. I know what was twisted, what was edited, what was implied with a smirk and covered with polite words. I saw the message that was sent and then deleted. I heard the late-night call that changed the story. I noticed the meeting after the meeting where your name was weighed without you in the room. Nothing is hidden from me. Not one glance, not one insinuation, not one strategic silence meant to make you look small. I keep records you can't see, conversations you were never invited to, moments that never made it to your screen, receipts that heaven holds until the hour I choose to reveal them. Let me carry the burden of proving you. You carry the burden of staying pure. Let me handle the evidence. You handle your heart. Let me manage the rooms you cannot enter. You manage the room you live in, your interior, your integrity, your breath, your boundaries. When you hand me your defense, I place a shield where your words would have been a spear in your own side. When you choose quiet, I choreograph clarity that does not need applause to be undeniable. Do not confuse silence online with silence where it matters. You can seek counsel without seeking comments. You can file what must be filed, speak to who must be spoken to, pursue truth in wise channels while refusing to feed a spectacle that starves your peace. I will show you when to speak, and I will give you language that lands like light, not like lighter fluid. Until then, your restraint is not weakness, it is weight. It is the gravity of a soul that values destiny over drama. You feel it, how explanations multiply and never satisfy, how the thread unravels and drags your heart with it. You do not have to spend your life in PR for your pain. You are not your own press secretary, you are my child. Your peace is more valuable than your explanation. Your rest is more powerful than your rebuttal. Your clean hands will testify louder over time than your hot words do in a moment. So breathe. Whisper this with me. You keep my name. You keep my record. You keep my path. I will keep my heart, my mouth, my motive. I am not losing in this silence. I am being led. I am not abandoned in this quiet. I am covered. Wait with me. Watch me. In due time, I will bring forth your righteousness like the noonday, clear, warm, impossible to argue with. I am your witness and your keeper, and you do not need to defend yourself online when I am the one defending you in every room that matters. My child, stay with me. Don't rush. Don't scroll. You have learned to pause, to check your motive, to trust that I keep records you can't see. Now let me place a new practice in your hands, a replacement that turns the moment you would have burned into the moment you will be built. Hear me. Post praise, not pain, or don't post at all yet. I am not taking your voice. I am teaching you where it is safe. I am not forbidding expression. I am redirecting it to places that heal you. Here are your holy swaps. Share the lesson without the details. Today, I learned to breathe before I speak, to choose boundaries over blasts, to trust slow wisdom more than fast relief. Keep names out, keep wisdom in, gratitude over grievance. I'm thankful for progress I can't yet explain, for the friend who listened, for strength that found me when I wanted to fight. Boundary over blame. I don't discuss private matters publicly. If something concerns you, reach me directly. No accusation, no arrows, just a firm door with a kind handle. Or if your chest still storms, step away entirely. Close the app, take a digital Sabbath, trade the performance for presence. Let the algorithm of your soul reset. Make delay your maturity. Wait 24 hours. Let sleep rinse your eyes. Reread with a calm heart and ask me this simple line. Would future me thank me? Hold the image. Your next interview reading this. Your child someday scrolling this. Your mentor pausing on this. Your own healed self looking back at this. If any of them would feel a flinch, it is not time. Ask also, Would I say this the same way sitting face to face in a room I hope to keep? Would I sign this with tomorrow's dignity? If your spirit hesitates, honor the hesitation. Delay is not denial when destiny is at stake. Choose community that heals over crowds that hype. One trusted friend, not 1,000 followers. A mentor who can guide, not a chorus that can gossip. A pastor, a counselor, a wise elder who holds confidences and holds you together. Your feelings deserve a safe place, not a public stage. Your story deserves skillful care, not a spectacle. You are not alone in this. I am here, and I am also sending you people who know how to listen, how to ask better questions, how to help your heart uncoil without turning your life into content. Practice this rhythm with me. If you must type, type to me first. Notes, prayers, unsent letters that drain the heat without building a bonfire. Then run the triple check. Can I name a lesson without a label? Can I offer gratitude without a dig? Can I set a boundary without a bruise? If you cannot do these three, don't post at all yet. Let your silence sow. Let your breath build. Let your counsel carry you through the hour when exposure feels like oxygen. Hear my promise in this redirection. I am not minimizing your voice. I am maximizing its impact. I am tuning it so when you do speak, rooms steady. I am turning your feed from an arena into an altar, your timeline from a rumor mill into a river of life. Praises shift atmosphere. Boundaries protect growth. Delays mature discernment. And quiet becomes the greenhouse where your future ripens safely, sweetly, in season. Whisper this with me. Teach my mouth a better pattern. Train my hands for peace. Guard my posts with purpose. I will post praise, not pain, or I will not post at all yet. I am not losing my voice. I am learning its wisdom. Lead me, and I will follow you off the stage and into the safe rooms where my heart can heal and my destiny can breathe. My child, stay with me a moment longer. Stop right here. Don't rush. Don't scroll. Let us close the app together, not in avoidance, but in alignment. This is where the lesson becomes life. This is where your decision becomes devotion. Breathe with me, hands open, heart quiet. I am here. Pray with me now. Whisper this, even if only in your chest. I surrender the urge. I lay down the pressure to be heard on schedule by people who cannot heal me. I hand you my timeline, my triggers, my trembling. Lead me. Say it again. Lead me. I surrender the surge that makes my fingers quick and my future fragile. I choose this holy minute over the hot second. Ask me for wisdom. Father, give me your mind. What is wise right now? What protects peace, preserves relationship, and keeps me aligned with the door you are opening. Teach me to number my words like I number my breaths, slow, measured, faithful to the life I am building. I choose counsel over comments, clarity over clout, timing over tantrum. Ask me for restraint. Guard my mouth, guard my draft, guard my send. Place a seal over my lips and my thumbs until my motive is mercy and my message is measured. Make my silence heavy with your presence, not hollow with fear. Make my boundaries bright and kind. Teach my body to breathe before it broadcasts. Ask me for healing. Touch the wound beneath the words. Soothe the bruise that keeps begging for witnesses. Heal the place in me that confuses applause with relief, visibility with value, reaction with resolution. Untangle me from the need to be proved right so I can be made whole. Knit me back to myself with patience and clean hands. Ask me for right timing. I trust your calendar. I trust your rooms. I trust the moment you choose for speech and the seasons you choose for quiet. Keep me from premature truth that punishes my future. Let my words be planted in the soil you select, in the hour you anoint, for the harvest you intend. Hear me seal this over you. What felt like a no was me covering you. What felt like restraint was me preserving you. I was not denying you. I was defending you. I was not silencing you. I was saving your name, your bonds, your next door. Choosing a holy pause is choosing peace, protection, and readiness for what's next. Make this your public amen, then close the app. Comment: God guard my mouth and my posts. Write: I choose peace over proof. Share this with someone about to post from pain so they can breathe before they bleed. If this word steadied you and you want to strengthen the stream that carries it, you may support through super thanks. Let it be worship, not transaction. Now, one last breath, in, hold, out. Place the phone down, whisper, lead me. I am with you in the quiet. I will keep you in the pause. Close the app with me, my child, and walk into your next hour covered, calm, and ready.